Here's a bomber that shouldn't even exist. It was designed, built, tested, and then a president flat out canceled it. Dead, killed off. The project was over. And then, a few years later, another president brought it back from the grave. Today, that resurrected aircraft can carry more bombs than any other plane in America's arsenal. More than the giant B-52, more than the stealthy B-2. It can fold its wings like a bird, dive down to hug the ground, and punch through the sound barrier faster than many fighter jets. This is the B1B Lancer, the bomber the crews simply call the Bone. And its story is one of the strangest comebacks in aviation history. It begins back in the 1970s. The Air Force wanted a new bomber to eventually replace the aging B-52, something radical. Not slow and high like the old bombers, but fast and low. A plane that could scream in beneath enemy radar at supersonic speed. Rockwell built it and called it the B1A. The early prototypes could hit Mach 2, twice the speed of sound. It was incredible, but it was also incredibly expensive, and in 1977, the program was canceled. The decision made to invest in cruise missiles and the top-secret stealth bomber that would become the B-2 instead. The B-1 looked finished, but just 4 years later, in 1981, the program was revived. The aircraft was redesigned into a new version, the B-1B, and this time it was here to stay. 100 of them were built, and that comeback plane turned out to be a monster. Let's start with its most jaw-dropping feature, the wings. The B1B has what's called a variable sweep wing, or a swing wing. Watch one in action and you'll see something almost alive. For takeoff, landing, and efficient cruising, the wings stretch way out, spanning 137 feet, giving maximum lift and control. But when it's time to go fast, the wings fold back, sweeping in tight against the body until the span shrinks to just 79 feet. In that swept-back configuration, the Bone becomes a sleek dart, slicing through the air at over Mach 1.2. Think about that. This is a massive, 150-foot-long heavy bomber that can fly faster than the speed of sound, and it does it by physically reshaping itself in mid-flight. But here's the number that truly sets the B1B apart: its payload. The Bone carries the largest payload of any bomber in the entire U.S. Air Force, up to 75,000 pounds of weapons held across 3 cavernous internal bays. Let that sink in. A single B-1B can carry a bomb load roughly equal to 4 B-52s, one aircraft hauling the firepower of a small fleet. That's why for decades, whenever America needed to deliver an overwhelming amount of firepower over a long distance, the Bone was the aircraft of choice. It combines the 3 things bomber designers usually have to trade off against each other: speed, range, and payload, and somehow packs all 3 into one airframe. And it's sneakier than it looks. No, the B-1B isn't a true stealth aircraft like the B-2, but it was cleverly designed with a blended wing body shape, radar-absorbing materials, and serpentine engine intakes that hide the engine blades from radar. The result is that this enormous bomber has a radar signature dramatically smaller than the B-52, around 1% the size by some estimates. Combine that reduced signature with its ability to fly fast and low, hugging the terrain, and the Bone was built to slip through defenses that would light up like a Christmas tree for older bombers. So where does the Bone stand today? After nearly 40 years of hard service, the fleet is finally winding down. Decades of punishing low-level, high-speed flight have worn the airframes out faster than expected, and only around 45 remain in service. The Air Force is preparing to retire them over the coming years, handing the torch to the brand-new stealth bomber, the B-21 Raider. But make no mistake about the Bone's legacy. It was a plane that got canceled and clawed its way back, a heavy bomber that flies like a fighter, and a workhorse that could carry more than anything in the sky. The B-1B Lancer, canceled, revived, and unforgettable.